Good morning, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, TikTok. Good morning, Tracy. Good to see you over there on YouTube. Motto, good morning to you. Let's go, let's go. Tap, 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 tap. April with the heart me. Thank you, April. Marcus, good morning. Tenny Flows, how are you, dear? Good to see you over there on the tubes. The Golden Teddy, good morning. Yeah, we'll go over that. Just remind me in a little bit. Hello, Susanna. Good to see you, dear. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. As you're coming in, tap the screen, share the live. The only Dan in the UK is here, my man. Let's go, let's go. Where you all been? I haven't seen you guys. Where you guys been? Thank you, Dan. Appreciate you. Just here looking with the rose. Let's go, let's go. Hello, Derek. Hello, everybody. Andy, good morning to you. Let's go, let's go, let's go. SSS, good morning. Hello, my YouTubers. I wouldn't say feeling better, but right now we're grinding. We're grinding. Let's go, let's go. Yes, we'll go over XRP. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. Love to have you part of the community. Let's go, let's go. Thank you for all the follows. Hello, Denny, my man. Thank you, thank you. Paulo, Adam, let's go. Moshtak, thank you. Welcome. GLN, hello. Facial Blaster. Let's go, let's go. We are at 6.1 thousand likes, everybody. Good morning, Adam. Levi, good morning. Another Levi. Jorge Noviola. Yes, we'll do UNH. Abdullah, hello. Good to see you over there, my friend. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Blaster. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. All we ask that you do throughout the live is tap the screen, share the live out, donate when you can. We got super chats open there on the tubes as well, okay? We don't do pre-market, Josh. Pre-market is for novices. Amateurs use pre-market. Most novices lose in pre-market because they're told to trade in pre-market. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Mahendra. Good to see you. Fit Wakely, good to see you. All right now here on the SPY, what do we know? We got a neutral state. We got a gap up in position 2. It is Friday. Anything to the upside, I would be very skeptical on as we come up to that prior all-time high on the daily 2, that pivot, okay? Remember, it is Friday. I would look for a little bit more of this than I would look for this here on the SPY, okay? We know we got that daily pivot right there at 646.20, so make sure you mark that down. Remember, coming back down the board here, what was once resistance is now support. You will have support there around 645.60, but your next level of support will be 644.33. That'll be your 8 on your hourly as you come back down the board here, okay? Watch that 8 and watch that 20 as support as you come back down on the SPY. Anything you guys want to see, put it in the chat. We will go over it. Candy with the Shebas. Thank you, my Candy. Love you, my Candy. Andrew with the popular user. Thank you. What else are we looking at? Tesla. Tesla right now, we talked about this in the VIP live training last night. We are in a narrow state here on Tesla. And as you can see, you are in position 2 on Tesla. Tesla's looking pretty good right now, okay? You're in this narrow state, so remember that. Now, let's go look for some resistance. On Tesla, we have resistance here at 338.38. Mark that down. That's your 5-minute 200, okay? You got to be careful with that. Coming up on the 15, you got a pivot there at 340. You got a 15-minute pivot. And on the hourly, you have a 20 in the way at 338. So 338 for Tesla is resistance. You got a couple resistance points, okay? Above 338, you will have room up to 340 and 342 here on Tesla. Now we got to look about coming back down the other direction. Under the whip zone. Let me put the whip zones in here for you guys. Under 333.80, okay? Under 333.80 on Tesla. We're going to bring this back down. All right, you will have room down to your first pivot here of 333, whole number, okay? Under the whip zone, first pivot is right there. Second pivot will be there at 331 here on Tesla this morning. Hadrian, thank you, Hadrian. April Stapleton, thank you. Candy with all of those Shebas, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, everybody. What else are we looking at? Let's go over to Nvidia. Remember, there are no lives next week. We will resume lives on the 26th. We'll be live tomorrow, and we will be live Sunday, and then we will be back on the 26th. I got some family visiting, and I will be spending time with them. We are in, well, that's the 5-minute. We are in a narrow state here on Nvidia. You're in a bullish narrow state, okay? You are in the whip zone currently on Nvidia. As we come up the board here on Nvidia, your first level of support to the downside will be right here at 181.41. Mark that down, and then you'll have room down to 181 whole number. First stop, second stop on Nvidia. Coming back over the whip zone of 182.24, you will have room up to 183. That will be your first pivot point on Nvidia, okay? As we pull this back, I'll show you it. Above the whip zone, boom, pivot, under, boom, and then boom. Mark those levels down. Mr. Dave with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Mr. Dave. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I missed you guys too. Thank you so much, Kay. Don't worry, we'll be on. I just got some family visiting next week. What else are we looking at, everybody? UNH. Let's see what we got. You realize how much you miss Voss when he's not here, right? Yeah, I get it. I'm just kidding. We are in a neutral state here on UNH. UNH, we are up there at 299 on UNH. 299. You got a huge gap up here. So as we mark this out, whammo, all the way to the upside. You're going to look for the pullback on this. 50% retracement level will put you back at 288, but you're going to look around the 292 area for a possible pullback and then another move higher. But you need this pullback. You were way up there in position 3, okay? And you're starting to come into major bases and major resistance. See this base we're coming into? Look at this, all across the board here on UNH. You will be getting a pullback on this. Do not chase this to the upside. Good morning, KK. Thank you, KK, for the heart me. Get your heart me's in, everybody. Shelly Stringer with the heart me. Paulo with the banana. JDM with the ice cream cone. Hadrian, everybody, thank you. Netflix, we sure can, Ali. Thank you, Mighty. Thank you, Hillary. Thank you, Meg Cherry, user, everybody with those donations. I appreciate and love you guys. All right, here we go. We are in a narrow state. You guys have been waiting for this for a long time. Alerts, alerts here on Netflix. We are in position 1. You are in a narrow state. Doesn't get any better than that right now. Netflix, you got room up to 1237. 1237 to the upside. First stop. Why? Got a pivot there. Okay. Then you'll have room up to 1244. Why? That is your next pivot to the upside. Mark that down. Okay. Coming under the whip zone of 1228.50. Under this whip zone, boom, we got a 5-minute 200 there at 1226. So mark that down. I would suggest getting under 1226 because then you have room down to 1201.50. Thank you, Tenny Flows, with the $1.99 super chat. Yes, Google. Here is Google, my friends. Class A. Are we ready? Class A. All right, Google Class A right here. We are in a narrow state. We are in position 2 to the upside. Be careful on Google at the open as we come into this base across the board here. Everybody see it? You don't want to ever trade into a base. 204.50, 204.50 to the upside here. We got a triple top up here. You do not want to go long into on Google, especially on a Friday here at 204.50. So be careful with that. Coming back down on Google under 202.79. I would be looking more of this today than this today. Okay, that's what I'm seeing right now. Under 202.79, you have room back down to 199.91. We'll call this the 200 level under 202.79 here on Google. Hello, Oscar Urbano. Here we go. KK, hello. Yes, tap, tap, tap. Make sure over there on the twos we tap it out, okay? The Qs. Yes, the VIP currently right now is all booked up and full. There are no VIP openings at the moment. It is currently closed, everybody. It will reopen again, but right now we just have too many VIP members in there. We need to attend to all of them, and this is how we're going to do the VIP now. We're going to open it, we're going to close it. We're going to open it, we're going to close it. We're going to open it because we want you to learn. That is the number one thing. Right now on the Qs, we are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone currently on the Qs. Back over 580. Well, call it 581 to the upside. You will have room up to 581.23. That is your first pivot. But ultimately, you have room up to 582 on the Qs, okay? Above 581, you will have room up to 582. Under 579.64, you will have room down to your first pivot here. Watch these pivots, everybody. 579 hold number under 579.64, and then you'll have room down to 578.50 down to that double bottom. Any broker for India? No. Good morning, OMZ. Thank you, OMZ, for the popular, the heart me's, Shabazz with the goats, Shabazz with the rose, Meezy, thank you, Jelin, look at all these donations, yes. Thank you, everybody, I appreciate you. What else are we looking at? Robinhood. Right now on Robinhood, this should speak volumes to you. Immediately when you pull up this chart, you are starting to get into a wide state. You're in the whip zone currently. Anything above 111.46, be very skeptical because of the state of your stock. Anything to the downside under 109.28, 109, be skeptical because you are in a bullish wide state. I would leave this alone for a good 15 to 30 minutes at the open. Hello, Taco Poppy. How are you? The Golden Teddy, INTC. So, traders, let me show you this. We'll go back over to Robinhood. You should be trained and know as a trader immediately when you look at this that you're not going to touch this in any form for the first 15, 20, 30 minutes. You're not trading now. That's a whip fest right there. All right, what are we looking at? INTC and then PLTR. Hello, Akeem the Dream. Hello, Akeem the Dream. Yeah, KK. Little beat up. All right, right now, oh, look at this. INTC. Now, let me show you guys this, okay? INTC, if you look at this, you pull this chart up to the upside. Is anyone going long here? Not me, says the old fine fellow. I am not going long here. Are you kidding me? Look at this thing. Neutral state, novice gap. Where are you going? Where are you going on INTC? I can tell you where you're going. Right back through the whip zone, okay? So let's pull up some resistance. Let's see what we got here. Let's pull it. Yeah, you're coming. I mean, right here, look, $25. Bam. I'm going to mark these out for you, okay? So look at the state of your stock. You're starting to get a little wide here. Look how you closed out. Look how big the whip zone is. You're going to trade right into $25, okay, and reject. So be careful on this. This is a whip fest on INTC. Stay alert, and this is what you're going to get for INTC. That means stay away is. Bitcoin. Let's see what we got on bit of the coin, everybody. All right, so Bitcoin, you got, look at this daily. You're coming back to, because all roads lead back to the 20, no matter how you want to believe it or not. All roads lead back to the 20, so you're set back up here on the daily. Currently, right now, you're a little whippy on Bitcoin. You're in a narrow state, okay? We're going to put these whip zones in place. You're currently in this narrow state. 5-minute looks good. 15-minute, boom, we'll mark that out for you. So here's what you got on bit of the coin. We're going to go to the 5-minute. You got to get back over 119.20, now 119.221.76. Then you'll have room up to 120.396.65. Okay, under 118.564.98, you'll have room back down to 117.132 on Bitcoin. Good morning, all my beautiful traders. Disney, yes. Let's see what we got here. All right, on Diz, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside here on Diz. Under 115.93, be careful. Got the 5-minute 200 right there, 115.51. So mark that down, okay? Also got a pivot up here at 116.71. Be careful, but watch that whole number of 117. Then you'll have room up to 117.26 on Diz. As we go back to your state, all right, a little narrow neutral position 1. Just watch these pivots as you come up the board on Disney. Derek Ginter, UNH to the moon. No, not today, Derek. You're in position 3 to the upside, and you're coming into a lot of resistance. Divad, good to see you, Divad. NQ. Yes, Zen Method with the Sheba. Sue Felicia with the Sheba. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. All right, currently right now on XRP, you're in a narrow state, which is pretty good here. 5-minute looks good on XRP. We're going to mark these out for you. Here's what you got on XRP. We'll take it off the 5, okay? Above 314.29, you have room up to 318.79. Get under 309.83, and then you have room down to 303.24 here on XRP. Zen Method with the Sheba. Thank you. Edward Ramos with the Rose. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Let's hammer some roses. What do you think? It's been a while. Let's hammer them roses. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Hello, YouTube. How are you, my YouTubers? MU. MU, currently we are in a neutral state. We are in position 1. As Powder did a beautiful job yesterday during the VIP training. He went over states and positions. You are in position 1 to the downside, but you are in a bullish state to the upside, right? We got a problem there, folks. Don't take this down. You're going to be choppy, all right, on MU. It's Friday. Chop, chop. First level of support will be right here. Okay, mark this down, 123.34, and then, of course, 123 whole number on MU to the downside. But you are in a bullish neutral state. You got to get back over 126 to the upside, 126, and then you will have room up to 127 above 126. Davion, there he is with the lightning bolt, the popular Jules, OMZ, Shabazz. Look at all of these gifters. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Yes. Good job, my powder. Pretty soon we're going to have Powder on the lives with us on here. How's that? Maybe me and Powder will do some lives together on here. We'll do some analysis. Right now on Netflix, you are in a narrow state position 1. We're going to sound the alerts. Yeah, just be careful, Derek, just because of that big move to the upside. I know what you meant. Position 1, you have room here on Netflix up to 1242. All right, this is your base on Netflix. It's clear as day. Does everybody see that? Under the whip zone, okay? Under the whip zone, you got to be careful. You got a 200 right here, okay? Coming back under, watch that 200 to the downside. And under that, you will have room back down to 1201.50 here on Netflix. That's good, Derek. I appreciate you, brother. I'm glad you are all here, everybody. Tap it out. Tap it out. The more taps, share the live. We have 115 shares. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hello, Cons. How are you, sweetheart? The Qs. Bum, 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 bum. We are in a narrow state. Whoa, what was that? Candy with the gold mine. Candy. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Cons. What were we doing here? Thank you, Candy. That was awesome. Position 1, narrow state here on the Qs. 5-minute looks nice and tight. 15-minute, Cons, you have room down to right here, this first pivot, 578. 578, and then you have room down to 577, okay, here on the Qs. Coming back up the board on the Qs, above 581, you'll have room up to 581.33, and then 582, all right? These are your first 2 stops on the Qs. And then ultimately, you'll have room up to 583.31 right there, okay? So mark those 3 levels down. Folks, you must know where you are, where your support and resistance are. Joshua says he's actually learning something for once. Good job, Joshua. Glad to have you a part of the team here. You will learn with us, that is for sure. Sorry, folks, we had to close the VIP up for a while. We just got too many people in there. Just too many people. And we love it. And we got to help those people, okay? NQ. All right, here on NQ, you got to get back over 23,927, and then you have room up to 23,962.50, okay? You got to get under 23,885.50. Then you'll have room down to 23,872 whole number here on NQ. Right now, you're dancing around in here. In here, it's going to be choppy. You got to get over or under these levels, okay? Another thing I want to go over to all my beautiful traders in here is too many traders do this, and we're going to have a new video coming out. A lot of you like to go long. Let me pull this up here. We do never go long into resistance. We never go long into something. And we never go short into support, okay? When you execute a trade and we're going short, we never short into objects that are in the way. We never go long into objects that are in the way. Does everybody understand that in here? This is very, very important. This is one of the biggest things I see with bad traders is they try to go long into moving averages, or they try to short into moving averages. Let me tell you something. It's not going to work out. You're going to get stopped out every single time, and it's going to be choppy. What you want, like we talked about on the VIP yesterday, you want to go long, nothing in your way, okay? Nothing in your way. You want freedom, okay? Freedom. Shorting, nothing in your way. Does everybody understand this? And in order to get these beautiful trades, you are going to have to wait for the setup to unfold. It has to get out of traffic, dodging traffic. Just think when you're in a car and you're on the parkway or wherever you are, you're on a highway and there's traffic, you can't go anywhere until you open up, and then you start going, okay? So I want to make that very clear for all of you. Yesterday, I took 2 trades on PayPal. We tried this first one to the upside, okay? Coming back through the 50% retracement up, broke even on this trade. Then I immediately reversed it, and I got the short to the downside on PayPal yesterday, okay? Because I figured, you know what? The momentum to the upside wasn't there. I got a beautiful color change here, beautiful A+ setup back into our 200, and I nailed that sucker. That was a good one. Meta, let's see what we got. Folks, do not make trading harder than it already is, all right? Do not make trading harder. What happens when we make trading harder than what it is you're going to drive yourself insane. You will go crazy, and then you will make yourself have analysis paralysis that never ends. And what happens is you start training your mind to do this analysis, and then you never take a trade. And then when you finally do take the trade, you take it too late. So you'll try to go long all the way up here by the time you convince yourself to get in, and then you get wrecked, okay? So just get in. VIPers, you know what the setups are. Right now, Meta, we are in a narrow state in position 1. Alerts, alerts here on Meta. On the 5-minute, be careful. You got a 5-minute 200 right there at 785.42 to the upside, okay? So be careful with that to the upside. Above 785.42 to the upside, you will have room up to this pivot point, which will be 788 on Meta, okay? So make sure you get over this 20. On the 15, make sure you get over the 5-minute 200 with a retest, and then you'll have room up to 788. Now on Meta, under 781.79, you'll have room back down to 774.51. Hello, CS. How are you, my friend, over there on the tubes? I'm putting in CS. Look at this. His name is CS, and I'm putting in CS. It's been a long week, folks. It's been a long week. All right, here we go. AMD. Here you go, CS. So we pull up AMD on the chart, okay? And for everyone who's been trained, you look at this chart right here, and what do we see? We see that we are in a neutral state, and we currently see that we are in the whip zone. Now, we analyze this chart right here. We have a 200. We got the Powderhound ski slope. That means choppy, okay? So we know we're going to be choppy on AMD. So you want to get over 181.53 to the upside. Just be careful. It's going to be choppy. And you have to get under 180. Get under the hold number to the downside here, okay? Under 180 hold number, you have room down to 179. That'll be your pivot over here to your left. I don't know if you guys can see this, so I'll back it up a little bit. Under the whip zone, that is your first pivot right there, 179, okay? Up above AMD, above 181.53, you will have room up to 185.50. Mark that down right there, okay? Thank you, Zen Method, the title gifter of the roses. They love Liquet. Hello. Thank you for the rose, dear. Zen with the roses. Danielle with the heart me. Hillary with the roses. Christina Zan, the facial blaster with the coffee. Yes, Sick Rips with the heart me. Candy with the gold mine. Nvidia KK, you got it, my brother. All right, currently Nvidia, we are in a neutral, narrowish state here. We're in the whip zone, okay? You got to get back over 182.24 up, under 181.69 down here on Nvidia. Now, 5-minute looks good. 15-minute, we're going to drill this back out. It's going to give you the big picture here. So under 181.69, under the whip zone, you have room to 181. Mark that down. Above the whip zone, 182.24, we know we have room up to 183. Pivot right there. You're not going to get any levels as good as these, folks. Okay? I've been looking at charts for 21 years. There's nothing I haven't seen on a stock chart. Apple right now, let's take a look. We are in the whip zone on Apple. We are in a neutral state in this whip zone. Let's go over to the 5-minute. Under 232.52, we know we got support right there at 232. We got a 200 on the 5-minute and a whole number. 232. Major support there on Apple under that whip zone, okay? As we go up the 15-minute, you also have your 20 on the hourly at 232 as well to the downside. So Apple's got support. Coming back up above 233.60, you got room up to this triple top up here, 235. 235. Travis Kanya, hello. Rhonda Hamilton is in the house. Let's see what we got. So we got the SPY for Travis, and then Rhonda wants a little SoundHound. All right, right now on Miss Market, I didn't put the whip zone in. I apologize. We are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 here on SPY. Anything to the upside on this, be careful. You're already in this neutral state to the upside, okay? We head over to our daily. You also got your all-time. Be careful there. 646, okay? Remember, 70% of all new highs will fail. Now, coming back down the board here on the SPY, you will have room back down to 645.65. Back to the top of the whip zone on Miss Market. Let's go over to SoundHound. SoundHound. Be careful on the old SoundHound. You got a big whip zone here on SoundHound. In a neutral state, anything to the upside will be weak because of the state of our stock currently here on SoundHound, okay? Back under the whip zone, under 16.28, you have room down to $16 hold number, where you will be met by your 5-minute 200 here on SoundHound. Back over 16.73 above the whip zone, you will have room up to $17. Pivot right there on SoundHound. Hello, Rico Suave. How are you, my friend? Peyton with a little Google. Tap, tap, tap. We're at 77,000 likes. Can we crush 150? Can we crush 150, everybody? Yes or no? Everyone right now, 1 minute tap blitz on YouTube. 1 minute tap blitz. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sambi, how are you? Thank you for the roses, Sambi. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, Sambi. Let's go. Tap it out, everybody. Hello, Quentin Grabowski. Hey, Foskey, how are you? Remind me, Foskey. I'll check CRWV, okay? We're going to do Google right now. Thank you, Sambi, for the first gifts ever. I appreciate you. We're at 85,000. See how quick that goes, everybody? Tap it out. Let's go. Let's go. Sue Felicia with the roses. User with the roses. All right. Here we go, everybody. Google, right now, we are in a narrow state. What's the problem with the Googaroonies, everybody? What's the problem with the Googaroonies? We're already up there in this narrow state in position 2. Now, here's the thing in this bull market we got going on here. Even though you're in position 2, you can look for that give back and another higher on this because we got some momentum to the upside. First stop here is 205.50. Got your first pivot there. Double tap right here, everybody. 205.50. Uno, dos right there. Double tap-a-rooney here on the Googs, okay? So now what do we know? Coming back down the board because we got that double top up there. Hold on. Our 50% retracement level will be around 204.80. 205 area will be your 25%. All right, you're looking for that pullback first. So we have this room to the upside, okay? 204.60, 50%. 205, 25%. You want these pullbacks for a move, okay? You want these pullbacks for a move. You get under 204, 80, 204, 60, you're coming back through the whip zone on this. Be careful with that double top on Google. Be very, 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 very careful. Voss, I just started my first prop account. Number one advice to succeed, just know how to trade, because if you don't, they're going to tell all the prop firms that you are dookie. So as your new prop firm, you don't want to do this. You ready? Are we ready? You don't want to do that in your pantalones. All right, make sure you know how to trade, my friend. PLTR. Or you ain't gonna be propping no firms anymore. They're going to be saying, stay away from Nico. All right, right now here, we are in a neutral state on PLTR. They always go to the prop firm. They always go to the prop. I love you, Nico. Right now, we are in a neutral state, position 1 to the downside here on PLTR. Above 182, you have room up to 184.50. Mark that down. You know why they go to the prop firm, everybody? Because they say, I'm sick of losing my own money. I'm going to lose somebody else's money. All right. To the downside, you have room down to this double bottom, 179 here on PLTR. 179. Be careful. To the upside, above 182, we have 182.34. We have a 15-minute 200 right there. Do you see it? 15-minute 200 there on the 15. So be careful on PLTR. Final trick. Hello. With the roses and the tiny dinies. Yes, thank you, Final. Zombie Shop, thank you. Hey, Rico, you're over there on the tubes now. Rico. He goes, I love this channel. Thank you, Rico. You know what we're going to do? Instead of roses, we're going to do heart me's. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. They don't want me to do that. All right, hold on. We're going back to the roses. All right, roses are up. Hola, Joe C. Hello. AVGO and then the Qs. All right, here we go on AVGO. Starting to get the juices flowing here. But you can't go nuts, Voss. You got to bring it down a notch. Okay. Right now, we are in AVGO. We are in the whip zone. Final trick with the core, J. Final trick. Yes. Who's that? Zombie Shop with the money gun. Sue Felicia with the roses. Zombie Shop. Thank you. Final trick. Thank you. AVGO, currently we are in the whip zone. We are in a neutral state here on AVGO. Be careful here. Under 310.69, under the whip zone. Boom, right there at 310. We have a whole number and a 200. That is major support on AVGO, so be careful there. All right, under 310, you have room back down to 305. If you can get under 310 with a retest, you're coming back down to 305. Coming back over the whip zone, above 313, get over the whole number with a retest. And then you have room up to 314, first stop, over 314 with a retest, and then you have room up to 317 on AVGO. Captain called out, no, YouTube doesn't allow music. They allow, like, music that I used to play, which we may go back to, like AI music, but they don't allow real music on YouTube, so. Hello, Levi Johnson. Good to see you, Levi Johnson. Yes. Zombie Shop, I love you, my friend. Thank you for all those roses. Zombie Shop, yes. Thank you. Oh, no, you're not Zombie Shop. You're Sam Bishop. Thank you, Sam Bishop. I apologize. He's Sam Bishop. Where the hell did I get... Where did I get Zombie Shop from? You crazy bastard. Oh, thank you, Sam Bishop. I appreciate you. I apologize. I don't know what the hell I'm reading. Good morning, Trinity. Good to see you. Everyone, hashtag Sam Bishop in the chat. Thank you for all those gifts, man. What do we have on watch today? Currently, I have nothing on watch, Sam. Usually on Fridays, it's a little whippy options Friday. Final trick with the Tarax. Corgi. Thank you, Final Trick. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you, Final. Joe Crow with the rose. Tesla. Jessica, hello. On Fridays, I wait it out. Some Fridays, I won't even trade, depending on how crazy it is. Oh, we hammered those roses already. Jesus. All right, we are in a narrow state on, who's that? Final Trick with the gold mine. Yes. Thank you, Final Trick. Yes. Tap. Thank you, my Hillary. Love you. Tesla, narrow state. We are in position 2 to the upside here on Tesla. Be careful. We're starting to come into some resistance. And right there, boom, there she blows. 5 minute, 338.38, first level of resistance. Now we have to get over, I'm going to mark this out, okay? We got to get over 338.38 now with a retest, okay? And if we can do that, we'll have room up to 341. We're just going to mark out the 341 level here, okay? So let me take you back here. You got to get over this 200 with a retest, and then you'll have room up to 341 on Tesla. Coming back down on Tesla, right back down to the top of the whip zone, 336. Soban Akbari, how are you over there, my friend? Good to see you. Katana Lim. Katana Lim is here. Katana Lim is here. Katana Lim is here. Lion King with the rose. JL Haba with the chili. The goat just here looking. Thank you. Katana Lim is here. Katana Lim is here. Katana Lim is here. IWM. We are in a neutral state. We are in position 1. Oh, the Q's, Josie. I'm sorry. He's coming up. Neutral state, position 1 to the upside here on IWM. You have room into this base, right? 230, right here. Got a little gap. Well, not really. But look, right here. Boom, 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 into this base. See it to the left? 230. You got major resistance on IWM to the upside. Hold number as well. Mark that down. Under 227.69. We have room down to 226. Under the whip zone, boom. Above the whip zone, 230. Mark that down. All right, we got to do the Q's for my Joe C. And then we're going to do CRWV for Mr. Dave. Mr. Dave, it's no mutants, huh? You missed them mutants over there or what? Got a lot of people over there on YouTube, but a nice, clean chat. That's what we like to see. Everyone be nice to each other. Narrow state on the Qs. Above 580.73, you have room up to 581. Up to 581. And then, Joe C., you will have room up to 582 on the Qs, okay? As we back this out under 579.64, you will have room to your first stop here. 579 hold number, Joe C., and then a double bottom here at 579. Yeah, 579. You got a double bottom there. Sine, hello. CRWV for Mr. Dave. All right, what do we got here, Mr. Dave? What are you dragging me into here, Mr. Dave? Just kidding. We are in a neutral state, Mr. Dave. We are in position 2 to the downside. On the 5 minute, back over 105, you have room up to 121 on CRWV. Mark that down. As we come back down the board here, whoop, 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 whoop. Here it comes. Here it comes. This thing. Look at this thing. Look at this mess. Eek. Oh, boy. All right, Mr. Dave. We got to find our base right here. $83, Mr. Dave. You're at 94. You have room down to $83 here on CRWV. Microsoft. All right, here we go on Microsoft. Currently, right now, make sure we're tapping. We're only at 115. We got to tap. Let's go. Tap Blitz, everybody. Tap Blitz. Here we go. Just here looking. Thank you. Mighty Jules Sims. Can we get to 150, everybody? Can we get to 150? Let's go. We're doing them all. Let's go. Look at this. We're hitting them all. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate it. Yes, if you're here for the first time, hi, Karen Jones. How are you with the rose? If you're here for the first time, hit the follow button, everybody. If you are here, I don't know which one that is. It says Dizzy. What's happening here? Are we putting the lotion in the basket? This sounds like when he was eating his fava beans. Remember that movie? Silence of the Lambs? Wasn't he playing this song when he was eating his fava beans? This is a long sound effect, TikTok. Oh, yeah. Hey, Matt, let's go. It's good to see you all laughing, everybody. I'm glad I can make you laugh still. All right, right now, we are in a narrow state here on AMAT. The problem is, if we can find out where the hell it is, where is it? We are way down there. Let me mark this out for you. We are way down there in position 3. So is anyone going to continue to short this to the downside? First stop on this is up to the 200, 170.56. Hello, Livator. How are you, Livator? No, correct. Leave this alone, AMAT. It's whippy enough, and now you're in position 3. I didn't do Microsoft. Good looking. I mean, just here looking. All right, I'm going to do it right now for you. All right, hold on here. Sorry. The fava beans got in my way. I can't eat beans. You know why? If I eat beans, this is going to happen very often. So we stay away from the beans. Candy with the animal man. Thank you, Candy. I love you guys. I love you guys. All right, here we go. Microsoft. He's like, good looking. Is like, just do Microsoft. God damn it. All right, here we go. We are in a neutral state, position 1 to the upside. You have room up to 525.48. 525.48 here on Microsoft. Under the whip zone of 520.58, you have room back down to 519.40 and then 519 hold number, okay? Watch that 200. For YouTube, we have a fart sound effect over here, and we were just hitting that 100 times. Every time I hear beans. Riddles. Well, riddles, before I do AMD, you have to give us a riddle. Come on, everybody. Here comes our riddle from Riddles. All right, we're waiting for it, Riddles. Then I'll do AMD. Everyone, someone please pin Riddles' riddle. And I will read it out. We are at 130,000 likes, my beautiful traders. Oh, your grandson. Hello, Joe Crow. Hello, grandson. Come on, Riddles. Can't have a name Riddles and not be able to give a riddle. Right? No? You buy it to eat. Okay, here's one. We got a riddle. Here it is, everybody. Wait a minute. We got to pin it. Oh, someone got it already. You buy it to eat and never eat. That's the riddle. You buy it to eat and never eat. Does anyone know the answer to this riddle? You buy it to eat and never eat. I like that fit, Wakely. Does anyone know Riddles riddle? You buy it to eat, but you never eat. A plate. Victor says plate. Is that right, Riddles? Is plate the answer to the riddle? Not teeth. You don't buy teeth, do you? All right, Riddles, what's the answer? He got it. Very good, Riddles. It is a plate, everybody. All right. Right now, thank you, Riddles. On AMD, above 181.53. Watch this pivot here on AMD and watch this whole number. So I want you over 182, okay? Over 182. Let's see if we have anything in our way. And then you have room up to 185.50, like we talked about before, okay? The top of that pivot. Under the whip zone, you never know what to expect here, folks, on these lives. Under 180, under the whole number, 180, you have room down to this pivot. 178.76, 179 area. See it? Whoop, under the whip zone, okay? Could you do trading on your phone? You can trade on your phone. You're not going to have very much success, though, because you have to trade with multiple time frames. So unless you can put 4 time frames up on your phone, you're just going to be gambling and guessing, all right? If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button, XRP. Yeah, XRP, we got to get back over 314.29 up to 318.79 or under 309.83, and then you have room back down to 303.24. Candy reached level 35. Candy has reached level 35 on TikTok, everybody. Congratulate Candy in the chat. Hashtag Candy. Amazon. Thank you, my Candy. We didn't do Amazon? We've missed Amazon today? Amazon. Why am I saying Amazon? All right, here we go. We are in a neutral state. We are in position 1 here on Amazon. Very simple on Amazon. You have room up to 233. First pivot right there. Everybody see it? 233 to the upside here on Amazon. Back under the whip zone. Woo! Be careful. You have your 8 right here at 230. Under 230.65, you have that. See that right there? You have your 8, and then you have room back down to 226. You're welcome, Gaming Master. Hello, Doug Dillner. SoFi. Let's take a look at SoFi. Right now on SoFi, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone here on a SoFi. I need a whip zone sound effect. Don't you all agree? I got to come up with a whip zone sound effect. We are in a neutral state in the whip zone on SoFi. 5 minute looks good. You're nice and tight inside that whip zone. That's where you want. Under 23.19, you have room down to 23.09. You got your 20 there, and then you're coming back to 22.53 here on SoFi. Back to the upside, above 23.41. You have room up to $24. First pivot and hold number. Boom, on SoFi. We're going to hammer one more set of roses, everybody. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? All right, let's do it. We are at 140,000 likes, everybody. 140,000 likes. It's good for the algo, baby. That's why we do the, and I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate them. I love you guys. Thank you so much. We try to give the most value here as possible. Those whole numbers are a doozy. Yes, they are. You got to watch them whole numbers. We never trade into them, ever. You wait to get over them, okay? Thank you, Daniel. Right now here on Meta, we are in a narrow state. We're in position 2 to the upside here on Meta. You have room up to the 5-minute 200, 705.42. You have to get over this with a retest for a move up to 587. Mark that down, everybody. Coming back under the whip zone of 781.79. Just watch that little pivot there. 781 hold number, okay? So get yourself under 781 with a retest, and then you're coming back down to 778, like we talked about. You know why most traders don't wait for retests? How come most traders don't wait for a retest on a trade? Anyone know why? Thank you for all the rose gold. I appreciate you guys. Love you. Hit that follow button. Mike Black says greedy. They're not patient, right, Soki? So you never get into a trade and it stops you out. You go for a long, stops you out. Oh, man. And then all of a sudden it goes. It's because you didn't wait for it. You tried to be impatient and trade. You tried to trade this. You tried to trade up here instead of waiting for this and trading that. That's why it went without you. You know how many traders do that every day? You know how many? I would say the majority of them. Why the rest of us in the VIP, we're waiting for the retest, and then we go. But you're already stopped out. And then when you get stopped out here, now you're all pissed off. And you see this go by. So then what happens to you? Ready? I'm going to tell you what happens to you. Ready? You get in here, and you're out on the retest. So now you miss this move. Now you try to get up here, and then you really get wrecked to the downside. So that's not the trader you want to be, my beauties, right? We have to be patient. The trader that waits the longest does what, everybody? The trader that can wait the longest for their setup does what? Win. You got it. Those who wait the longest trade the best. It's that simple. Zen, Adorable Dad, Esther Lopez, Sambi, oh, I'm calling him Sambi again. Sam Bishop, Zen Method, Mike Jones, Adorable Dad, Mighty Joe Crow, Shelly, Esther, Candy, JL Haba. Let me go from the top. It's easier here. April Stapleton, the first gift of the day. April. Marcus, just here looking. Palo, Adam, Facial Blaster, User, Andrew, the Believer. Candy, Hadrian, JDM, Shelly, Stringer, Hillary, Measy, OMZ, Shabazz, Jules, Powder, Sue Felicia, Candy, Edward Ramos, Meg Cherry, Soki, Davion, Sick Rips, thank you. Jonathan Hall, thank you. Zen Method, of course. Mark Meza, Christina Zan, the lovely Lickay, or it says the lovely Lick. Ooh. Norman, thank you. Sam Bishop again, thank you, my friend. Final Trick, I appreciate you. And everyone who gifted, I think I got everyone. Adorable Dad, thank you so much for all the donations today, everybody. I appreciate you. We will be back on tomorrow and Sunday. And don't forget, we're off for a week. I'll be back on August 25th, that Tuesday. I got family coming in. Going to spend some time with them. Some time off. Adam, thank you for the popular. Thank you, everybody. Keep tapping. We are at 152,000 likes. You think we could tap to 175 real quick? Ready, set, go to 175. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Mr. Dave, Teddy Flows, for all the gifts over there. Thank you also for all the super chats over there on YouTube. I appreciate you. Hot hands, that's okay, my brother. Keep tapping, everybody. Mason, thank you for the goat. Thank you, Mason K, for the rose. I appreciate you. Candy, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to look at Miss Market real quick. So I want you all to be careful with Miss Market today, okay? Look at the state that you're in. All right, we're in this neutral state. We're in position 2. Anything running up, be careful. Remember, 70% of all new highs will fail. Remember that, okay? So watch this to the downside. Be very, very careful. It's also a Friday. Be careful, my beauties. Hello, N55. How are you? All good. Good to see you. Yes, UNH is way up there to the upside, okay? You're looking for the pullback. Watch the gap and nap on UNH. We're not chasing this to the upside. You need a pullback first, okay, before you look for anything to the upside. Contreras, how are you, my Contreras? Good to see you, as always. MSTR, yeah. MSTR currently right now, we are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone on MSTR. We're going to do the little alerts here on MSTR. The name of my strategy is Big Balls. Naguari, Big Balls is our strategy. We are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone here. Above 375.58, you have room up to 383.46 on MSTR. Under the whip zone of 372, get under the whole number, you have room back down to 367.55 and then 367 whole number here on MSTR. Katana Lim is here. Katana Lim is here. Yes. Katana Lim is here. Yes, she is. Snap. I'm doing it, Posty Maloney. Look, I'm snapping. Woo. Apple. I'm getting yelled at. I'm not supposed to be getting this crazy. Sorry, I got to calm it down. Can't help it. This is just me, everybody. It's just me. Right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone here on Apple. You have room down to 232, everybody. 232. That's major support. You got a triple top up here at 234, 235-ish, okay? Watch that 235 and watch that 232. All right, everybody. VIP, we'll see you in a chat here shortly. We'll be back on tomorrow. Make sure everyone is here tomorrow. Let's bring it tomorrow. We'll do some training on here. Remember, the VIP currently is closed. We have too many people. So once we open up, once the quitters quit and we open up, we'll open it up again down the road, okay? Love you all. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you. Trade safe. Danny. I like it, Danny. I like it, Danny.